Hello and welcome back. Let's talk about the NFL now that the week is officially over. Check your fantasy scores. See if you won. See if you won high score. See if you can go 1-0 or if you're going to build up from here. But more importantly than that, the Philadelphia Eagles took on the Green Bay Packers, and 14 other NFL games happened in the span of Friday night to Monday night, including a huge 1 o'clock slate, some prime time, and 4 o'clock games. So let's recap every single one. Okay, the Philadelphia Eagles started this out. They started this game out poorly as they got the ball second. The Packers got the ball first, 3-and-out, and it's Eagles ball, which is important because that means they get it first coming out of the halftime break. And they started off by giving it to their new shiny star, Saquon Barkley. And his first play as a Philadelphia Eagle, we lost 5 yards. And not because he got tackled, he fell on the field. And then we threw an incomplete pass in the very next play, 3rd and 15. Jalen Hurts drops back, throws over the middle, and it's intercepted by Xavier McKinney. So a great start for the Eagles. They got the interception that put them in really good position, but luckily the defense was able to hold the Packers to just a field goal, but the rookie got us first. Then, um, then Jalen Hurts comes back on the field, trying to restart. Jalen Hurts comes back on the field, trying to restart what he had just lost, the pick that he had just lost, and instead of coming back, he starts calling a play. Cam Jurgens gets the wrong signal, snaps the ball off Jalen Hurts' right shoulder onto the ground. Hurts tries to dive on it. Packer gets there first. He decides not to take that risk. And that's going to do it for the second drive for the Philadelphia Eagles. But the Packers are held to 3 once again. So the Eagles went down 6-0. Very, very fast. But then the shiny star made a big play as when the Eagles entered the red zone, Saquon made a beautiful catch, barely got the feet in bounds to put the Eagles on top 7-6, and the Philadelphia Eagles were flying in Brazil with a first quarter lead, just 3 minutes into the second quarter, scored their first touchdown. But the very next drive, they flipped it to Jaden Reed, the second year or third year, and he ran it 33 yards to the house to put the Packers back up 5 points, but they decided to go for 2 to try and make the 7-point lead and did not get it. They handed it off to Josh Jacobs and he was held up. Then Saquon Barkley made his name heard again as in a 12-7 ball game. He rushed in the touchdown from the 11-yard line and put the Eagles up 14-12. But then, hold on, my brightness just turned down. But then the Pack, I'm on the button. But then the Pack responded back as they threw a 70-yard touchdown with 40 of the yards coming after the catch. He was wide open and he didn't miss. So down 19-14, with the half winding down, the Eagles elected to give it off to Jake Elliott for a 38-yard field goal, and he scored. So the Eagles came into half down 19-17. The Packers led. And that seemed like a good thing for the Packers, but honestly, I'm kind of glad that this is the score because the Eagles really played really poorly in this half of the ball game, and they did not deserve to be in the situation that they were in. And so we are just very lucky for that they were. But the Eagles came out we were very lucky that the Packers offense was not able to take advantage of the poor Eagles offense and their constant turnovers, and how the Eagles defense was able to come up in the red zone and make stops to force the Packers to multiple field goals, and they scored some touchdowns, but holding on the field goals in those positions to put the Eagles only down by 2 points coming to the second half, instead of being down 10 points or 14 points, which would be a much more dire situation. Hold on, let me clear my throat because I'm all stuttering over here. I gotta lock in. But the Eagles came out of the halftime swinging as not even a minute into the half, Hurts chucked it deep to A.J. Brown, who made an easy grab wide open and ran it all the way to the house from 70 yards out for his first touchdown of the year and one that was absolutely huge for the game. And so the Eagles would take a 24-14 lead just less than a minute into the half, which obviously huge for the team, huge for A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts, who threw an interception and fumbled the ball already. Huge for his confidence being able to sling that thing down the field, find A.J. Brown, and have A.J. Brown run it all the way 40 yards out from the spot of the catch. 40 there's that to catch to go all the way into the end zone. Then Christian Watson scored a touchdown for them, 2 yards away. That touchdown was completely handed to them by penalties, PI, roughing the passer, so on and so forth. They got almost every penalty they could ask for that drive. So they got, and this time they went for the extra point to go down 2 points. The Eagles would have to punt the football, and so the Packers had a chance to extend their lead to a 2-score lead and basically almost secure their win very late in the and not secure their win, but take a big lead early, midway through the third quarter, and almost have that win secured. But then, the best safety of all time, Reed Blankenship, came in, intercepting Jordan Love, and then hitting Laquan in the end zone. Even though he did not make it there, he still ran to the end zone to do a dance. And on top of that, Saquon, the very next drive, the Eagles drive, scored his third touchdown of the game. It was a hat trick and his 50th career touchdown. So that's a 2-for-1 right there. And it put the Eagles up 5 points on the Green Bay Packers. And then the Packers once again couldn't do much. So the rookie kickers trotted out for another field goal to try and make it a 3-point game and missed it from 43 yards out. So, I mean, you can't do much. And then to end the third quarter, the Eagles had a big run by Saquon, but quickly into the fourth, Jair Alexander got an interception off of Jalen Hurts. It was his second, but there was a big mistake here by Jair Alexander. Jair Alexander intercepted this in the end zone, which means he had a choice. He could go down and get 25-yard line. They could get it on the 25-yard line, or he could run out and see how much yards he could get with his own feet. But here's where he makes a mistake. Any of those options would have been fine if he was quickly decisive. If you need, okay, great. If you decide to turn it, okay, let's see what he can get. But instead of deciding, he started dancing. Play was live, and then after dancing, running around the end zone dancing, he went out of the end zone and got tackled at like the 15-yard line, the 17-yard line. And if he was just more decisive, I think he would have got a lot more. Then Josh Jacobs got a big run to set them up for the 26-yard field goal by the rookie who kicked 3 and who kicked 4 and made 3. But then the Eagles came out, 30 seconds left in the quarter, and Jake Elliott hit the field goal to force the Packers to need a touchdown. And obviously the defense holding was offside because it wouldn't have given us a first down, and so it didn't matter. They kicked it off for a return. Jordan Love quickly found Jayden Reed with a 33-yard laser throw. But then, the very next play, Jordan Love, the Eagles decide to blitz. Jalen Carter has a hand on him. Jalen Carter slips on the turf, still has his hand wrapped around him. Jordan Love trying to avoid the sack, pitches it back, but before he could pitch it back, Carter grabs the leg, trying to bring him down, pushes him down, and the knee of Jordan Love pops, and he gets hurt. And he gets a serious injury, but he gets it to Josh Jacobs, who gets 4 yards before getting out of bounds. So, Jordan Love obviously could not continue this game because his knee just popped. And praise for Jordan Love, by the way. First off, yes, we won, but obviously the injury is the main story of the game, as it should be. Hopefully he will be okay. I heard it's not a major injury. It should only be 3 to 4 weeks for him. And then Malik Willis came into the game. He's their backup quarterback, former Tennessee Titans first-round draft pick. He did not. No, he was third. He was the third round. He was projected to be first round. Dropped throughout the draft. Went the third. Never got a chance to start with Tannehill. Left Tennessee. Came here, and now we'll get 3 to 4 weeks to start. He quickly threw it out. And then on the last play of the game, 3 seconds left, he dropped back, stepped up, and Zach Bond, who is debatably the defensive MVP of this whole game, got the game-winning sack, and the Philadelphia Eagles had won the game 34-29. Now let's quickly talk about all the best Sunday games. Once we can get out of the way, right now, real quick, the Vikings estimated the Giants 28-6, and this, I believe, I'm not sure, at I think this was in MetLife, too. I'm not 100% sure, but They decimated them regardless. 22-point game. Daniel Jones was booed, heckled by the fans returning, which is kind of sad, honestly, and says he doesn't know what his future with the starting quarterback job is, not with the team, with the job, because, he's not looking great. Next, this is the last one that wasn't really good. Saints decimated the Packers 47. The Packers. The Saints decimated the Panthers 47-10. It was never close. I believe it was like 33-0 at one point or something like that. It was 30-0 Saints, and they ended up winning 47-10. Now we get into the interesting stuff, though, because Jacksonville played Miami, and although they got up to a 14-0 lead, then the next thing, then the events start to change because 1 minute left in the first half. Devon A-Chain ran a touchdown to make it just a one-score game at half. But with 3 seconds left in the half, the Jaguars took a very risky field goal with the rookie, and he drilled it. But then Jalen Waddle caught a huge bomb to start the second half. And unfortunately, they couldn't do anything with the drive. But the very next drive, a fumble recovered by the Dolphins led to a Tyreek Hill touchdown to make it a 3-point game. But then they got the no. Oh, never mind. It's still recording. Sorry, opened a tab. I accidentally opened a tab. I thought it was gonna stop. Then Jason Sanders trotted out game time field goal down 17-14, and he shanked it He shanked it. So he could have tied the game. But instead, he missed. He missed a field goal. But then, the very next thing that happened, he made the game time field goal with 4 minutes left. They got a 3 and out, and he trotted out, and he made up for it just one more time with a 52-yard game winner. So in recap, Jaguars start guns blazing. 14-0 Jaguars. Devon A-Chain late touchdown leads it to only being a 10-point game instead of a 14-point game, 2 touchdowns. They scored again to make it a 3-point game. Missed field goal, but then 2 made field goals. One of the game, Jaguars didn't score in the second half. 12-22. I'm going to write this down. Real quick. Because that obviously can't be posted. Well, actually, I've already done too much. I'm editing it out. Then, Colts versus Texans. No, I'm not editing it out. It's more fun that way because I was an accent. Also, I need to get this out. It's Tuesday. I should have probably filmed it yesterday, but there was a game and I kind of want to include it because it was kind of interesting, but also kind of boring at the same time. Okay, now we have a really good game. Texans versus Colts. The Texans started this game off 3-0 with the field goal, but then Anthony Richardson slipped on his right foot, chucked a deep ball, and somehow a 60-yard in-air pass, this pass was 60 yards in air, was called for a touchdown by Alec Pierce, his wide receiver. But Cammy Fairbairn hit a 50-yard field goal to make it a 1-point game. They got the ball back, and Stephon Diggs found his way into the end zone in the second quarter to make it 12-7. But then, after an interception by Bullock with the half winding down, they take a 8-point lead. But the Colts aren't going to go away with it like that because with 5 minutes left in the third quarter, Jonathan Taylor rushed in a 5-yard touchdown to make it a 2-point game, but they could not get the 2-point conversion. So the Bengals were able to take a 2-score lead when Joe Mixon found the end zone on a 3-yard touchdown run. But once again, they weren't just going to go away because A.T. Richardson chucked another deep ball to Adam Doolin, who made the catch and scored. And this time, they kicked the extra point and got it. But then Stephon Diggs got a 2-yard touchdown catch, which looked like he was going to secure the game. But then Anthony Richardson came out swinging again with another touchdown. It was 29-27, 2 minutes left, no timeout. But they couldn't make the stop, and C.J. Stroud needed out. They won 29-27. Okay, this is an upset, but it's snooze fest, so I'm not really going to review it. Ramondre Stevenson ran a touchdown to start the game for the Patriots. Bengals. The Bengals always start the year out slow. The Patriots actually took a 10-0 lead. Actually, no, they took a 13-0 lead after a fumble recovery in the second half. So it was 13-0 in the second half. The Bengals looked to be knocking back with a Zach Moss touchdown and not be gone. But then Joey Sly hit another field goal to make it a 3-score game with only 7 minutes left in the game. Evan McPherson tried to respond with a field goal of his own, but unfortunately that field goal wasn't enough for them to come back. And the Patriots somehow beat the Bengals with the final score 16-10. Okay. Then the Titans grabbed a 17-0 lead on the Bears, but the Bears came rushing back with 0 offensive touchdowns. Even they're down 17-0, a field goal, then a touchdown punt return by Simone Biles' husband, Jonathan Owens, to make it 17-10. Then another field goal. It was 17-13. Then they got a fumble recovery and another field goal, 17-16. Then Trey Stevenson got a 43-yard game-tying pick six, or game-winning pick six, to make it 24-17. They got the 2-point conversion, and that was the game. No offensive touchdowns for the Bears. Nothing from Caleb Williams, but they got it done, and that's what makes a good team. So I'm excited to see how they do. Then another comeback win. The Bills played the Arizona Cardinals, and they quickly went down 10-0 to start the second quarter. But they weren't going down without a fight. No, they went down 17-3. They were down 10-0. Tyler Bass had a field goal, but then James Conner scored again. But to end the half, Josh Allen wasn't going to let them go out without a fight as he plowed his way into the end zone to end the half and make it 17-10 at halftime. But Matt Collins to start the second half. Yeah, Matt Collins. Oh boy, Mr. Old Man, Gramps. An 11-yard touchdown to make it 17-all. Then they got a fumble and another 11-yard touchdown by Shakira, and it's 24-17. But then the Cardinals weren't going to go away after their big lead. They got a field goal to make it 24-20. And then Josh Allen said, you know what? No, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm going to run in another touchdown from about the same distance, 6 yards instead of 7 yards. But then DJ Dallas, out of nowhere, 96 yards, dynamic kickoff return touchdown with the 2-point conversion by James Conner to make it a 3-point game. But Tyler Bass jogged on, 2 minutes left, hit a field goal to make sure that no matter what, they could not do it. They needed a touchdown, and they could not make it. Now, here's an interesting game. We have the Steelers vs. Falcons, a.k.a. Chris Boswell's game. Yeah, Chris Boswell singly won the game. Listen to the score recap. Young Wei Koo started off with the field goal. 3-0 Falcons. Chris Boswell ties it with a 60-yard field goal. 3-3. The Steelers get an interception. Chris Boswell hits a field goal. 6-3. Kyle Pitts scores a touchdown. 6-10. Then Chris Boswell, guess what? He scores a field goal. It's 9-10 Falcons. Then they get the ball back, and Chris Boswell goes out there and kicks a field goal, 12-10. Then they get the ball back at the end of the third quarter. Chris Boswell kicks a field goal. It's 15-10. Then, after a turnover on downs and an interception for the Steelers, Deontay Jackson, Chris Boswell kicks a field goal to make it 18-10. Then Kirk Cousins spikes the ball, but was too flustered even after the play to get there in time. TJ Watt sacks him, and the game ended. Chris Boswell, 6 for 6 on field goals, 18 kicker points, and the Steelers won 18-10. Next, we have the Broncos versus the Seahawks. This game wasn't interesting at all. I'm kind of going to skim past it. Bo Nix did run in a nasty touchdown. I'm not going to lie. They were down 26-13, and Bo Nix got a spin move touchdown on someone. It was pretty nasty, but other than that, it wasn't that entertaining. Seahawks won 26-20, and Broncos lost 20-26. Same for this next game. I feel I'm going to try and get to the main event here, which is obviously the overtime game. Chargers won 22-10 on the Raiders. It wasn't that interesting. Lad McConkey scored. That's an interesting one. He's first, obviously. Then, this one's a little important for us. Commanders played. Jalen Daniels ran a touchdown, but other than that, it was pretty sad for them as they lost 37-20. Then, the last game before the main event on Sunday, the The Browns played the Cowboys, another in division matchup. I wish I could say it went how the Eagles wanted it to, but no, the Cowboys absolutely dominated. It was 33-17 Cowboys. But now, the big boy. The Rams versus the Lions. The Rams started this one out with the field goal. The Lions responded. Then, Jahmyr Gibbs ran it in for a 1-yard touchdown to score their first touchdown of the game. Kirby Joseph then intercepted Matthew Stafford, and that led to a 52-yard touchdown catch by Jamal Williams, J-Mo, the best wide receiver on this team. I'm kidding. Well, he was that game, and they went up 17-3. Then Kyron Williams responded with a only 2-yard touchdown run, but a touchdown nonetheless. And Matthew Stafford hit a big bomb down the field on 2nd and long to set up a field goal for Josh Carty, sorry. But then, after Jared Goff makes a huge throw, 27 yards down the field, with up 17-13, he was intercepted by Jalen Johnson III, and Cooper Kupp scored a 9-yard touchdown to put the Rams on top. But then they jogged out the rookie kicker with 20 seconds left, and he nailed it. Perfect field goal. Game goes to overtime. The Lions get the ball. David Montgomery just starts killing dudes out there. Absolutely runs through the defense. And then gets the game-tying touchdown run to win 26-20. And I actually have to show you this because, of course, I do. I made a bet on this game that was actually nasty, okay? Like, it was actually nasty. Look at this. It's Lions to win. Jared Goff to throw an interception anytime. Jahmyr Gibbs to score the first touchdown. And Amon Ra under 90 receiving yards. I knew it was a lock. I had a vision. 50 cents on that bad boy won $10. Hey, man, I'll take it. Even though I didn't cash that out because I couldn't and I lost it. I'll still take it. All right. Let's avoid that and talk about how Aaron Rodgers got a minor injury. Minor. And Alan Lazard scored 2 touchdowns in the game for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers did not make the whole game, but I think they pulled him at the end anyway because, they were losing by multiple, by that point, 3 scores, and they just didn't care enough to leave him in there. But the only highlight of this game for the Jets, Alan Lazard, 2 touchdowns. Garrett Wilson, 0 touchdowns. And the 49ers won 32-19. So, Niners win 1-0. Jets lose 0-1. All the winners, Lions, Cowboys, Bucks, Chargers, Eagles, Bears, Bills, Steelers, Seahawks, Patriots, Texans, not Colts, Dolphins, Saints, Vikings, and the Niners. Those are all your winners. Everyone else is a loser. We don't care about losers on this page because the Eagles are going 17-0, baby. The Sixers are going 82-0. Come on. Go. Come on, Tyrese. Come on, prove them wrong, Tyrese. And we are winning the Super Bowl, the championship, the Lombardi, the Larry O'Brien, whatever, the Stanley Cup, whatever the baseball ones, the World Series, don't know what the trophy's called, but we're winning it. I don't care. We are the best team in the world. Every team. The Sixers, the Eagles, the Niners. But anyways, this has been your Week 1 NFL recap. This is fun. Oh, it was long, too. Oh, lucky you guys. This will be out, hopefully. If this looks a little sloppy, it's because I don't want to edit this one because it's Tuesday, and I just want to get this one out. But anyways, have a good day, and I will see you hopefully soon because I got to get better at this.